Hi, it's Luke from CFC. I'm here with Lucy Chatfield. Lucy's going to be raising some money for us. Hi Lucy, how are you?
Hi, I'm very well, thank you.
So then, what is it you've decided to do?
Okay, I'm actually going to be competing in my first ever Olympic distance triathlon. I took up triathlons this year. I bought a bike towards the end of March, and I'd already started swimming and running at the start of the year. But my housemate is also into triathlons, and she encouraged me to join their tri club, and I got involved, and I did my first sprint distance triathlon in Mansfield in May, and did one last month in Lincoln. But they're all sprint distances, so it's half the distance of an Olympic, and takes about an hour and 20 minutes for me to do. So the Olympic distance will be a good 2.5 to 3 hours to do. It's 1,500 metre swim, 40-kilometre bike ride, and 10-kilometre run. It's not going to be the most pleasant experience, I should imagine, but it will feel great when I come across the finish line.
Yeah, no, I bet it will. So, training's going quite well, is it?
It is, yes. I train on a daily basis. I tend to combine swimming and running on one day, and then ride the next day. And on weekends, I tend to do a longer bike ride that will go for 2 to 2.5 hours. And
you work in the fitness industry, I believe?
I do, yes. I work for a fitness marketing company. What we do as a whole is we recruit new members for gyms, but our product is fitness and the benefits of exercise, so we actually sell that in the form of discounted memberships to make it more affordable for people to get involved and experience the benefits. It's a nice product to be able to promote. Everyone can benefit from it.
Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah. So I believe you've done some sponsored cycling before, is that right?
Yes, that's right. I set up a spin-a-thon at Asda, and it was in conjunction with their Tickle Pink campaign, which is to raise money for breast cancer care. It was a virtual cycle, so we brought some exercise bikes down from the gym, and I plotted a route from Blyth to Edinburgh, which was 100 miles, and I think I covered about 40 miles out of it, and I had some friends helping out, and some gym members and staff from Asda all doing their bit too.
It sounds brilliant. So have you got a fundraising target in mind for this one, or?
Yes, well, this is the first time I've sort of done it on an individual basis, and I didn't really know where to start with the target, and I sort of thought, well, I don't want to say too much and let myself down by not achieving that. So I originally set it at £500, and we're already up to, I think it's up to 370 now after having it sort of emailed out to all my friends and family for about 2 days. And so I've actually removed the target and just left it sort of blank. So whatever I raise will be sort of a bonus anyway.
Yeah, fantastic.
And I've spoken to my managing director about sponsorship from the company as well.
Yeah, sure.
He's quite happy to do that, but hasn't actually let me know how much he's going to sponsor me.
That'll be a nice surprise then. Maybe you can try and get pound for pound off them when you've raised 1,000 or something like that.
Yeah, that's quite a good idea actually.
Be a nice surprise for him.
I might put that to him.
Yeah. So you've chosen Cyclists Fighting Cancer. Thanks very much for that. Is there any particular reason why you've chosen us?
Yes. I obviously wanted this race to be a sponsored event, and I thought online sponsorship was going to be the easiest way of doing it in this day and age, and was having a look through the different charities that are associated with Just Giving, and I came across the Cyclists Fighting Cancer, and when I read through the information and the reason it was founded and that sort of thing, it really sort of rung home for me, because my dad, when he was diagnosed with cancer a couple of years ago, he took cycling up again. We've always cycled, we've always had road racing bikes since, I've had one since I was about a teenager, so he took it up, and it was while he was going through treatment, and his specialist was so pleased with his progress and his positive attitude and what he was doing to try and keep fit and healthy, that he bought Dad Lance Armstrong's book, It's Not About the Bike.
Yeah.
And Dad was quite inspired by it, and he's kept going with it, and he's entered events to raise money for cancer research, and yeah, he's got all of the bells and whistles now, and he does all these events, and he's done really well with it. And so it kind of reminded me of what I did to help him through his treatment and his recovery. And the reason I've decided to make this triathlon a sponsored event is because about 2 weeks ago I heard the sad news that my dad has actually had a relapse. So they have discovered new lumps, new lymphomas in the system. So it's just kind of spurred me on to try and do something to show my support, really. Yeah,
that's fantastic, because I believe he's quite a way away, isn't he?
He is. He's in Australia, which makes it very difficult because, you know, when somebody is close to you, whose health is kind of threatened, the first thing you want to do is just be able to put your arm around them, and not to be able to do that is quite tough. I'm quite close. I have quite a close relationship with my dad, and I found it tough the last time he was diagnosed because I was in the UK, and I went back after he was diagnosed. I went back to Australia about 5 months afterwards, and he'd just finished his last chemo treatment, and I'd gone back for Christmas, and we found out a week before Christmas that he was in remission, which was a nice sort of surprise for Christmas. And so yeah, so I usually go back once a year around Christmas time, but this time I'm not going to be able to get back until April next year, so it's even harder to be away all this time while he's going through it. But the prognosis is not too bad. The outcome is better than we hoped. We weren't sure whether it had manifested itself, but it's the same type, which is a low grade.
Yeah.
So it responds quite well to treatment, and at this stage, it's in the very early stages, so he can hold off from treatment for the next 3 months at least, and so he can get on and do his little bit of travelling in caravan with Mum, and and just sort of enjoy his retirement for a little while before he has to go through the treatment. So yeah.
Yeah, sure, okay. Well, we'll all keep our fingers crossed, and we all really appreciate what you're doing, Lucy. What we're going to do, we'll probably check in with you after you finish this triathlon, see how you went, find out the magic number, see if you did it in under 120.
Okay. In under 120.
Yeah, is that what you said? 1 hour 20?
No, that's for sprint triathlon. This is Olympics. So
oh, right, okay.
Hopefully in under 3 hours. We'll go for under 3 hours.
3 hours, right. I'll write that down then. And we'll speak to you again at the end. And, yeah, hopefully it'll all go well for you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Excellent, cheers.
Okay, thanks. All right.
Are you still there, Lucy? Yeah, so it's all...